Introduction to magnets. Let's take a look at the magnetic field lines in motion. The poles in the magnet travel from the North Pole to the South Pole. So as you can see that the arrows are coming out of the north, it travels back into the south. Questions about magnetic poles. Let's first take a look. Over here on number 1, it says magnetic has 2 poles. These are the ends of the magnetics where the magnetic force is the strong. So the strongest. So you can see right here, it's real dark in this area. So we can see right at the poles that they're very strong. And as you put them together, you can see these iron fillings are also very dark right here because that's the strongest. All right, 2, when a magnet is suspended freely, it comes to rest in the north and south direction. 3, magnet always attracts objects made of iron and steel. And 4, poles always exist in pairs. They cannot be separated. So let's elaborate on that. So if we take a look over here, notice the geographic North Pole has the end of the South Pole of the magnet. So right here it says it's the way the Earth is, but the magnet on the inside is reversed. And you've probably seen that in some movies and heard about that before, so it's a picture for it. Also, if you break a magnet, you will have a North and a South Pole on both parts of it. So let's take a look at when magnets with the force of attraction. So it's just like the electrical charges. So the north and the south are attracted to each other. So when they're closer together, let's take a look. So the attraction is very strong. However, if we separate them and move them apart, they have a slower, and as they get closer, then the force of attraction is stronger. So let's take about repelling. Repelling is pushing objects apart from each other. So magnets with the same like poles will push away and repel. Very similar to our charges when positive and negative, but now we're just going to apply that to our magnets. So again, if we have a south and a south pole and they're very close together, they're going to push away. They're going to be strong about pushing away. Whereas we have on the bottom, if we take a look at the north and north, which are farther apart, the repulsion is a little bit weaker because they're farther apart. They're still going to repulse though. All right. So let's take a look at, you're going to have 3 worksheets on your magnets. Remember, magnetism refers to the properties of magnets and how magnets interact and where they are closer together or farther apart. So if we take a look, we'll get a color here. On magnet 1, I'm asking you, all you're going to do is determine, do these objects attract or repel? So since we have 2 like poles, we have south and south, they would, you're right, they would repel. Let's go to magnet number 2. Here you have to determine, will the object attract or repel, and you'll place a check mark in the correct correct column. So we'll take a look at a paper clip. Paper clip is made out of some type of metal. Could be aluminum, could be steel. However, they do attract, so we'll put a check mark there. And then in worksheet magnet number 3, it's about magnetism. Remember, magnetism is how close they're going to come together, so we need to tell whether that these magnets will attract or repel as well. So again, we have a south and a south, so we know that these are going to repel. So make sure you complete all 3 worksheets.